Ready?
Sure.
Hello belly dance princesses and princes. I'm Magnolia and today I'm here with the lovely Zia Ali, which if you don't know Zia, she is a belly dancer who's been performing for over 25 years. She's an instructor, performer, and a producer. She's also the founder of Oriental tribal style belly dance, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave some links for those videos down below. And today we're going to be talking about belly dance festivals in the US, and Zia produces TribalCon, which is a wonderful belly dance festival that I look forward to going to every single year, wearing the merch, representing. TribalCon is a beautiful festival. It's been going on for 14 years. This will be TribalCon number 14, and unfortunately, it's also going to be the last TribalCon. So we're going to talk about that, how TribalCon has grown over the years, and why belly dance festivals are kind of struggling a little bit in the US. Let's talk about why this is TribalCon's last year.
So there are many reasons why TribalCon, this is going to be the last year. Part of it is the promotion aspect of it has become so multi-tiered and time-consuming in order to reach everybody the way you have to. So all the social media and everything that you have to do now is very complex, very precise what you have to do, and you have to keep up with whatever is hip that month. It is a lot of my time in order to be the promoter part of it. So event production is part promoter, part production, and then part just designing it, getting hotels and renting a stage and backdrops and whether it's fireproof or not. So there's all of those details and getting sound engineers and videographers and...
So you're juggling like 5,000
So there's
balls.
all of those things, and then there's the promotion aspect of it. And so you can pretty much spend every single day doing some aspect of one event.
That sounds exhausting.
And we get paid not even like a half of a cent an hour, maybe.
And you don't get benefits either. You can't take.
I get no benefits.
You don't get time off. You don't get health insurance.
No, and if I get sick, I'm the boss. I'm the one that it comes down to. So if I don't get the stuff done, it just doesn't get done. I mean, I have a billion volunteers, but if I'm not well enough to be tasking all the volunteers with getting everything, then I'm the one that's failing the event. So be very appreciative of the volunteers. Give them
Always
lots
be
of
nice
hugs.
to everyone. Be nice to people.
That is a lot of why event production is getting so much harder. Why you're seeing a lot of events collapse. So you have to have some other job that you're pouring your money into it.
Yes.
I do not have another job. TribalCon and belly dance is my job. I'm one of those weird unicorns that actually...
That is a unicorn. She is a unicorn.
I'm a 49-year-old who makes her living in belly dance. It's difficult to do that. You have to put all of your time and energy into it. And I'm a mom and a wife and you know,
want a life
and
outside of dance also. What is that? I've heard about it.
I keep trying to make friends outside of belly dance.
But then they don't belly dance, so why?
So the event production is getting more expensive also. Hotel rooms, the ballrooms are more expensive nowadays. Event halls are more expensive. You have to have more expensive insurance. You have to have event insurance. Plane tickets are more expensive. The teachers' fees are more expensive. Everything is more expensive. I hate to say it, but the attendees want to pay the price that they were paying 7 years ago.
Right.
So the math just doesn't, on a spreadsheet, just doesn't work out. So if you bump the price up to what it would be the equivalent of what they were paying, they would be paying like $500 for TribalCon right now. So TribalCon...
It's not even close to that price. So.
TribalCon's like barely, it's on a thin line of breaking even after reducing its size. So here's what budgets of festivals cost. So we've gone from TribalCon being a $45,000 budgeted event. Wow. I'm just a belly dance teacher. I was funding.
I mean, that's a...
Makes your heart flutter a little bit.
Makes it stop.
So when I say I lost money on $45,000, we're not going to talk about how much. And so I was like, okay, we're going to raise it down. Well, I just was looking at the spreadsheet with all the expenses and stuff today, and it's just shy of $20,000.
Okay.
This year.
Well, that's half. Trying to be optimistic.
What it's turned out to be is just as much work.
No, yeah.
It hasn't lessened my workload anymore.
You're more experienced now and you're getting paid less.
Right.
So, yeah.
And so what's happening is a lot of the festivals are closing because they're encountering these same issues.
So that makes sense. Because we have seen a lot of festivals reducing their size or, you know, closing down completely or saying that they're going on a break or a hiatus for a certain amount of time. So,
or trying to restructure, trying
Right.
to go away from the hotel structure and find another place to host that is more conducive to like conventions and festivals.
So I think kind of the big point I want to take away from this is that it's important to support the festivals that you love now while they're still around, because your support could, you know, potentially be the difference in them existing long term or not. I mean, you all know I'm not a fusion belly dancer in public, but this was one of my favorite festivals to attend, just because the community and the environment is so supportive and so loving. It's not competitive. There's just a great sense of love around it.
Well, one of the, and I'll speak to that, one of the reasons that is because I treated it like a convention, because I really want everybody to convene within the same place for a duration. I want you to feel like the workshops across a bunch of teachers are tied together, that there's a theme. And you're taking from teachers that you don't even know who they are, like Pini Orchidaceae this year. And so I don't mind being a little pushy and making you experience something that's a little uncomfortable.
It's important to do things that kind of push you outside of your comfort zone or your norm, because that's the only way that you're gonna learn something new.
Right.
Is if you take that experience. So let's go ahead and dive on into TribalCon Origins. How did that first get started and develop over the years?
Well, I was sort of forced into event production. I was in theater tech in college, but I didn't really like producing events on my own. I sort of got handed the reins of a show at the Red Light Cafe that was a monthly show that a drummer had started. The show got handed over to his girlfriend and then got handed down to me. And so I sort of had to take it or else it was gonna fall. And so it wasn't my choice. Then I had a friend who was sort of pushing me about doing more than just producing a workshop every once in a while when a friend wanted to come in town. I was so slow. And I mean, this was over years and years that this developed. TribalCons just happened because we were sitting at a sci-fi event.
Nice.
The panel that we had come to see never started. And so my husband and I just started, doing quips like, see, we could run a convention better than this. We could do this better, We'd call it BellyCon. No, we'd call it TribalCon.
Nice.
So that's how it got started, because it was just a joke.
So since then, it's been now 14 years later. And one thing that I really have loved about TribalCon is the live music show. And when I say a live music show, I don't mean like one dude with an instrument. I mean like a full band with a singer. And it's a really rare and special treat. Can you talk about sort of how that idea came to be and how difficult is it also to put that piece together? Because I don't see it at, honestly, like any other events, really.
Because it's insane.
Yeah.
I did not fall in love with belly dance until the live music aspect entered my life. And I was taking belly dance classes because I had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or EDS, which y'all are probably starting to hear a lot about dancers being diagnosed with it. I would go to events and there would be live music there around the fire, and sometimes a few dancers would dance and sometimes musicians would just play and singers would sing. And so that's when I fell in love with belly dance, was when I encountered the live music aspect. So I was trying to share that feel, that you know,
Yeah.
to where you can just relax into the music and you can take that joy of just relaxing and party dancing, which of course Middle Eastern dancers get, to carry up onto the stage with them, right? So it's not just you're listening to it and you're counting to 8. And it really does change a dancer, I feel like.
I totally agree with you.
And so I was trying to give them that.
This aspect that we don't really get in most
Right,
belly
like,
dances.
yeah, Americans just don't get this. And I think it's a big difference between a Middle Eastern dancer and a non-Middle Eastern dancer.
Yes.
I had to force people to love live music. Like, it was,
Yeah.
I had to.
People
pull
are so
teeth.
scared by it.
Yeah.
They're terrified.
I'm going to say it. I hate TribalCon.
It's a hate-love relationship though, is it?
I love TribalCon for 4 days, just like y'all do. For the other 361 days of the year, I do not like TribalCon.
Wow.
I do not like spreadsheets. I do this out of pure love for y'all. It is absolute and total pure love for y'all.
So you better come this year, because the last year.
Because I
The
cannot
last
get
one.
over my hate any longer.
So now that TribalCon is ending, what do you have planned next, or what does the future hold?
So TribalCon isn't going to totally be over, but it's going to be over.
What?
So I'm going to have little TribalCons. So we're going to start having lots of TribalCon-istas, little TribalCons, single teacher immersions, probably
great.
only.
So thank you so much for coming to talk about this issue. I know nobody really talks about this in public, about why festivals are shutting down, and you were very honest with us, which we all, I'm sure, really appreciate. So thank you for coming and speaking about that. And very important to make sure that you come to TribalCon. If this isn't motivation, I don't.
And you will see this woman dance on stage.
I will.
To live music
I will be
again.
dancing to live music with the beautiful, wonderful band to an Kulthum song. I know. So I'll link TribalCon down below. Register, come take the workshops, come to the shows, come to the parties, come meet Zia in person, and be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more interviews and performance videos.
Awesome.
Thanks for
Thank you.
watching. Bye.